welcome to Neuro Academy. My name is Dr. Marina Yasvoina, but please call me Marina. And I'm a lecturer in neuroscience education here at King's College London. I will be one of the DNA tutors, and I'm very excited to meet everyone very soon. Let's see, what do I do at King's? I am a teacher and a researcher. My scientific background is in neurodegeneration. In my career, I worked with Alzheimer's disease and also with ALS. Neurodegenerative diseases have something in common, as implied by the term we use, neurodegeneration. Something happens to the neurons. They degenerate and they die. And very often, and this is true for both Alzheimer's and ALS, very often in neurodegenerative diseases, only a specific type of a neuron or only neurons located in a particular part of the brain die. At the same time, many other neurons are not affected, or at least not at first. So one good question that we can ask is why? What makes one neuron vulnerable, but another neuron resistant to disease at the same stage? Is it something in the genes or the environment, something related to both genes and the environment, or something entirely different? And there are thousands of different neurons in our nervous system. They look different, they activate different genes to do their job, and they live in different parts of the nervous system. And they all work together to make our bodies function properly. We only now begin to understand how diverse these neurons, these cells that live in our brain and spinal cord, are. So part of my job was to find ways to study these specific types of neurons, which is easier said than done. Although neurons are very diverse, they're very different, it's actually difficult to tell them apart if you were to just look at a piece of brain or a slice of a brain or a spinal cord. Now, there are different laboratory techniques that we can use to label and visualize different types of neurons, or really any type of cell. So this is what I do. First, I try to find new ways of labeling different types of neurons so we can study them. Then we can try to find out what makes one neuron different from another neuron. And finally, you can work to find out what happens to different types of neurons in neurodegenerative diseases such as ALS or Alzheimer's. And this is important because if we know what makes a specific neuron or specific type of a neuron susceptible to disease, then we can find treatments to target the effect of the disease, especially in the early stages to prevent real damage from happening to begin with. I'm also very passionate, excited about teaching. This is my main job now, to design new modules and to teach neuroscience to students, perhaps students like you. And let's see, as a teacher, I'm very interested in developing new ways to teach. I remember being at a university and spending much of my time in huge lecture halls, listening to lectures. And even though I was very good at attending and very diligent at attending lectures in my classes, I didn't really enjoy just sitting and listening. What I did enjoy were the labs and practical sessions. Curiously, now that I am a lecturer myself, I still don't love giving lectures to a big class because I don't get to know my students. I don't really have much chance to work with them if I just teach to a big group. So this is what I try to do. I try to find new ways to teach a little bit differently, to include something practical in all of my lectures. I am also very interested in using digital resources in my teaching. So in the practical session you will have with me, it will be one of the first practical sessions for Neuro Academy. You and I will use an open science platform called from the Allen Institute for Brain Sciences to build a mouse brain in 3D. Let's see what else. What do I love about my job? I love to learn. That's why I never really left the university environment. Every day I get to meet new people who are very knowledgeable, especially knowledgeable in their particular branch of neuroscience, or really any type of science. I meet physicists, I work with clinicians, I work with psychologists a lot as well. And we learn together to create new knowledge. Finally, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Belarus. At the time, it was part of the Soviet Union. And as you know, as you probably very well know, the Soviet Union collapsed about 20 years ago now, maybe a bit more. And the government collapsed, and my family immigrated to United States, where they still live. I have moved to UK a few years ago to pursue a postdoctoral position, and now I have stayed as a faculty member at King's. And part of the reason why I'm here today, why I'm here, and part of the Dev Neuro Academy is because I know how hard it is to navigate a big change in your life. And your life will change very much in the next year. This year, you will have to decide which university to go to, which subject to pick to study, among many other big decisions you will have to make. So, as you learn from me and others in the Dev Neuro Academy, I hope you also get a bit of a taste of what university life is like. So, good luck, and I will see you very soon.